Hey guys, Chizette Cowan here, the CEO of Real Estate. Excited that you're tuning in for yet another video. And this video is going to be really cool because in this video, I'm going to break down the exact system that I use to get 50 plus agent referrals per year. Now, you're probably thinking, oh my God, I connect with other agents. I ask for referrals. I'm building relationships, and you probably are. So this may be just a level of information for you, but it may be something that you can use to level up and take what you're doing to the next level. Here's what I want you to understand. A lot of agents are constantly chasing new leads, door knocking, cold calling, doing all these things, dancing on Instagram. I know because I've done it. Nothing wrong with it, but here's the truth. Some of the best deals that I've ever had, and the easiest for that matter, came from agents who referred me the business. I liked referral business as a new agent because most of the time those people came to me ready to go. And right now business that's ready to go takes care of my short-term lead gen, if you remember that video that I'm referencing now. But when they came to me ready to go, ready to buy, ready to sell because they had something going on with another agent, those began to be my easiest to close transactions. So I decided to create a system around that. If you know anything about me, the CEO of Real Estate, the Blueprint program is all about systems. So what we're going to talk about here is what those 7 steps look like. I'm going to break them down to you a little bit more. I've talked about them and they're on my Instagram reel, but I want to make sure that I'm breaking it down and adding some context to it because sometimes just speaking about things just doesn't give the context that you need to really fully understand it. So tune in and stay to the end. I just might have something special to give you, but only, and I do stress, only if you stay to the end. Tune in. Let's get right into it. Let's start with step 1. Step 1 is going to be to identify your referral zones. Start by, and this is where the planning comes in. This is where the strategy comes in. This is where I need you to really get into your thinking bag, okay? Start by thinking about where are people moving from into your market. If you're with KW, we can go to command and track referral patterns, but you could also use Google. You could also use tools like ChatGPT and ask, okay, in 2024, according to the US Census, when people move to Tampa, where did they move to Tampa from? And you'll find that a lot of people move from places like New York, they move from LA, Chicago. Those are some of the big cities, but you want to look at stuff like relocation trends, military hubs, big city exits. And here's the other thing. What corporations are coming to your area? And then where are their headquarters? For example, when Amazon moved here, this is one of the reasons that we saw a big influx of people moving to Tampa because people that were in cold hubs where Amazon were relocating to Tampa. So we set up referral relationships with agents in those areas. This is what I'm saying about identify your referral zone so you can see where people are constantly moving from in those areas. I would suggest creating a list of 5, no more than 10 cities, and then look up agents in those markets. When you look up agents in those markets, you want to start to build relationships with them. So I want to be very clear. When I talk about building a referral system, I'm not talking about doing this absent of relationships. All of this is predicated on the fact that you are good at relationship building because real estate is nothing more than relationships and conversation. So I want to make sure that as you're identifying your referral zones, that you're also paying attention to how you strategically build relationships using your CRM as a guide to help you do that. Step 2, you want to personally reach out to these agents. I do not like getting emails from people that I've never spoken to before. I prefer to have that first initial contact with any new person that I'm trying to be in relationship with to be by phone. And here's the thing, it's just an introduction. I think when people think you're building systems that it means you're being impersonal. No, the call is the personal touch. I'm not asking you to join my referral network. I would never use those words. I'm calling and introducing myself to you and saying, hey, I service the Tampa Bay area. If you ever have clients that need anything, in this area. I'd love to be of service to you. However, I'd also like to know more about the areas that you service and how I could be of service to you. So one of the things that I did in my referral database is I tracked the city that they were calling from. And then I noted who gave me referrals, because if I had a referral from New Jersey, when I get a referral in New Jersey, the first person I'm reaching out to is the person that referred me first, because I want to do mutually beneficial business. So when I'm calling to introduce myself, I'm also calling to get information so that when I have referrals, I can have them as well. And I guarantee you, agents are not doing this. They're not picking up the phone. When I connect with agents, I am connecting with one angle in mind, and that is to add value. The referral that I'm trying to facilitate for later is future use, is future benefits. But initially, my goal is to add value. So I'll call them and say, this is what I'm doing that's working. This is what I'm doing that's not working. Believe it or not, this agent referral program is what led to my coaching program, believe it or not, because I started emailing agents, adding value to them. And the next thing you know, they were hiring me to do the back end stuff, to do their systemization, to help with the automation. So you don't know where building relationships is going to lead you. So step 2 is always personally reach out. Step 3 is you want to build an agent database. And please understand that it does not mean building a separate database. You can use tags to have a database within a database. So in my database, I have a tag that says agent database. When I pull up everybody on the tag, it lets me know that everybody on that tag. So I can email all those people, text all those people, but be very clear that the goal for the agent database is so that I have their name, their phone number, their contact information, their specialty, and then I can keep notes when I talk to them. And the purpose of that is it's not guesswork. That's what makes it systematized. That's why you can scale it. Everybody goes on a birthday plan so that every year on their birthday, they're going to get a call from me. Everybody goes on a quarterly call plan so that I actually pick up the phone every quarter, even if we're not doing any business. Hey, this is Cheezette, just checking in, want to make sure you're okay. Now, I will be honest. This is what I'm saying about the evolution of your systems. Now my system have evolved to a point where instead of calling every 90 days, I would just send them a voice note. I would send them a message on Instagram, but I'm checking in for connection every 90 days. Why? Because that's the basis of building the relationship. But the database gives me a visual example of how and why I want to stay connected and what information I want to have. So you cannot get past building a database for any part of your business, but especially if you want agent referrals to be something that you do to get business in 2025. Step 4 is you want to automate the follow-up. So this is where the magic happens. And we all know this. The fortune is in the follow-up, baby. It don't matter how you connect with people. If you're not following up with them, you can go ahead and forget about it. So you want to make sure that you have a follow-up system mapped out. I just told you some of the touch points in mind. Everybody gets a quarterly call. Everybody gets a birthday call. Everybody gets something from me once a month, whether it's a newsletter, whether it's an email shout out, it could be a TikTok, but I count down touches. So now what happens is when I add somebody to this database, they automatically get an email back saying, you've been added to my database. Thanks. I'm looking forward to working with you. It's automated. That stuff happens without me having to touch it. And you want to use tools like MailChimp, Flodesk. You don't need anything fancy. You just need to be consistent. I think a lot of people think, oh, my emails got to be pretty. No, they just need to be consistent. And that's what automation allows you to do. It allows you to be consistent and map this thing out. So in a year, I might want to touch agents 20 times. So if I'm doing a quarterly call, that's 4. If I'm doing a monthly newsletter, that's 12 plus 4, that's 16. Then I only have 4 other times where I need to touch them. I could send a quarterly email about what the market is doing and how I can service them in their referrals in the Tampa area. And I can automate all that. And that can be part of my follow-up system that runs without me. And this is what I love about the back end of your business. Like I said in my last video, what we're seeing now is not that the business is slow. It's just that we haven't automated to a point where the systems behind our business are working for us. Step 5 is you want to post like a local expert. Don't be afraid to send emails. Like part of your touches could be to send emails and ask them to follow you on socials. one of the first things that I do is follow people on socials. And I'm posting stuff about Tampa Bay. And I don't do it as much anymore because I'm not really real estate focused, more coaching focused, although I do sell real estate. But I used to post about what the local market is doing, what little known facts about Tampa, like the Tampa Bay Lightnings. A lot of people don't know that Tampa Bay is the lightning capital of the United States. And where the Tampa Bay Lightning got their name from is because lightning struck more in Tampa historically than any other U.S. city. So those little fun facts that people don't know about Tampa. People also don't know Tampa's in Florida, but it's never been above 100 degrees in Tampa. I had these Tampa facts. Why? Because I want people to associate Cheesette with Tampa. Cheesette with Tampa. I'm following them. I'm engaging with them. I am posting so they know that I am the Tampa person that they can go to, but also letting them know I specialize in relocation. You got to show up like somebody that people can trust their clients with. Do some reels about that. I did one reel and it was just about the job market in Tampa Bay. That is very granular and it just shows, hey, this girl knows her Tampa stuff. So if I'm referring a client in Tampa, hey, I want to give it to her. That's the kind of energy that you want to give and you're showing up on social media. But remember the touch points that I said you could automate? You could also automate that when you create a reel. If you did it about like historic facts in Tampa, make that a part of your follow-up. Put that in an email, automate it, put the reel right in the email so that they're getting that on a quarterly basis, something local to Tampa so that they're connecting you with the city that you live in. Step 6, and I've said this before, is you want to stay connected. Do not miss touch points. Every 90 days, you should be having a conversation with them. And again, it doesn't have to be you pick up the phone. It could be a voice text. It could be you're leaving a message in their inbox, but you want to make sure that you're not just asking for business, but staying human with them, a DM, a voice note, a quick hello. I've had agents send me referrals just because I've consistently called and checked on them. It's not anything more than persistence and presence. And I've had agents that I call and I'm like, hey, what's going on? They're like, it's not good this week. This week is going on with my family. And I've prayed with them. And they're like, I appreciate you. And that's the relationship part. That's not me trying to, hey, I'm going to pray with you so I can get your business. That's not my heart. My heart is we're agents trying to grow together. If an agent that I know is going through a struggle, I want to be present. I want to have the opportunity to pray for them and be there for them. And what the 60 to 90 day check-ins allow me to do is stay connected to the people that I want to do business with. Last but not least, step 7, you want to make it easier for people to refer you. I have a link on my link tree that says refer a client to me. It is so easy that if you don't have time to do the referral, if you click that you can't do the referral, I will do it for you. I will sign it and send it to you. Why? Because I want to take the guesswork out of that thing, baby. I want you to be able to refer to me with no problem. And this is why the forms work. The form is in my link tree. You can see it on the screen right now. When somebody says I have a referral for you, I just drop the link. And once they get the link done and they say, hey, I didn't have time to do the referrals, you know how much time I saved them? And they're going to remember that, hey, when I refer to Cheesette, I don't even have to do the referral form because she takes care of it. So this is the step that I've used to generate 50 referrals consistently every single solitary year. And what I want you to understand is this is not cold call. This is warm calling. This is systematizing. This is building relationship and using automation to your advantage. Short-term strategies are great, but long-term strategies like this really work long-term and help you build a business that lasts. So I hope you got value out of this. And if you did, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment, share this with somebody, because there is somebody picking up the phone. And if you watch my previous video on long-term and short-term prospecting, there's somebody picking up the phone and not realizing that they could be still adding agents to their database to grow their business. And once they do that in an automated way, they won't have to pick up the phone as much anymore. So hopefully you got some value out of this, and I appreciate you tuning in. This is Cheesette Cowan, the CEO of Real Estate